Coco, she's my namesake first, and then we decided I should do that. So I started doing that. Yeah, she started teaching me nails. I would prep for her, and she would just have me practicing. It was fun. I just went up from there, but it took me forever. Yeah, and I ended up going to full Cosmo school. So yeah, so it took forever. Back then it was 1,500, and now it's only 1,000. I don't know, 'cause even that was yeah. I love to do that. Do a lot of mental stuff. I think one of my graduates was up there. Um, kick, kick, Ken,
Yeah, Ken. Yeah.
Not Kennedy.
What's her name? She dressed me, she the baby. Yeah, I thought that was her name. Is it Kendra? Something like that. I know it started with a K. Yeah, she was with me for a little bit. And then she ended up in her own spot. Yeah, she was sweet. Yeah, I see everybody that works with me on the same page.
And then I had two graduates.
Yeah.
Gina.
Yeah, she moved back to Dallas. Yeah, I love her. She had moved back to Dallas. Mhm. She was sweetheart. And she came like 2 weeks and then she was like, "Oh, I moved back to Dallas." She was- Yeah. Yes, and it's so hard to find good good. Ooh, like having a shop and really find a good deal, that is so hard.
The sad part is, like, I went yesterday to go get college training from Vietnamese, I guess.
Uh-huh.
It was, I was here. It was a shop on everything, right?
Yes.
Like, asking, so, you know, like, literally asking, no, they take that card.
Just
So all I
really.
wanted to do is, so I'm not being rude. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
here
just,
like, I promise you, I'm not.
yeah, yeah,
No, I
yeah,
just was like, do y'all have, do you rap
yeah, and
with
take out.
acetone and soap? No, so the first place, I just step out because she drilled my nail. I don't wear nails. So I'm
Yeah.
just there. So I go to another one. About five, six of them came over there. They say, you want shellac? Well, I want gel. I don't want the shellac green. I brought my own.
Yeah,
So they
like,
looking like, oh, this, you know what all that is.
yeah,
Oh, it ain't shellac. Shellac
it's
is like
not.
night.
Exactly. That's just the brand. That's
That's
it.
right. So then I'm like, asking, do y'all have, it's like a solution that I can use. Now, I just like take this out. Gel, no, glue removal. It comes in a powder.
Yeah, and
And
they
you
take
just
it out.
put it on, and they just put it on the
Yeah, and
polish
then
and it
come
comes
out.
out.
Yeah.
So I was like, do y'all have that? So they start talking, yeah. I'm like, now this time they done filed this off to where it gets so what are they gonna do? Man, give me a bowl. You want to put my fingers in there? I said, well, I'm gonna have to do that first, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you want me to soak in the bowl with gel? No, what cotton to maybe the American, the person who said, no one is going to service you. I said, for real?
Yeah.
So I said, so you telling me? And I said, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to write a review. I don't even like writing bad reviews
Yeah.
because you're fixing to. I'm a nail tech. So she said, "Oh," I said, "I'm a nail tech and a nail school owner. I'm just telling you the protocol." So the lady was like, "Well, they just don't have product." Fucking say that.
Yeah. Don't say you can't serve it. Just say we don't have what you need.
They end up having it, but I just was like,
They just
"No."
don't.
What my point is that America has brainwashed everyone that they're the only one that can do
Yes,
it.
and I hate that.
And so,
'Cause
like,
now
we
it make it
ours
so
is hard for
hard.
us,
When I tell you
and
it's
we
so
want
hard.
to know,
No,
like,
and then they
I'm
want
like,
us to be so cheap. And they say we too expensive, but I'm like, you go over there and pay them way more than you come over here and pay us.
because
And I gotta run so many
I
deals.
paid them that much. I think that's how much I charge. I don't even hear that.
Yes.
But if I do on the pool, would they not color us because we're not Chinese?
It's so I ain't gonna lie, it's so hard for us. And I just really hate that for us because we so our stuff is way better, the quality is better, it's the best quality. But y'all continue to put these people and most of them we take walk-ins Thursday through Saturday. So it's no excuse to why you can't come. You know, and then people always go, "Ooh, the price is this, the price," but I'm like, dude, I constantly run deals every month, so it's something for everybody. And I have price points for everybody. I want to make sure everybody gets it. Because I understand it's hard. People don't have a lot of money.
But another point, all of those shops was crowded.
I believe you.
All of them was crowded
I believe you.
with nothing but black people.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
so I'm looking like,
And these people don't even like us.
people are like, I walked out the door, like, welcome to the door. I'm hey, probably would be
They don't care about us. They is so rude. Hey, I was down with her. She real popular on Instagram now. Her name is Vina Nails. She has a nail shop on Area. I remember going in there to get my eyebrows done. And the lady was like, looking at my nails. She's like, oh, who do your nails? And I was like, oh, I do my nails and stuff like that. We was just talking about nails. Never did I solicit my business. Oh, yes, that lady told me. She said, you go do your own eyebrows too. I said, you rude. I said, it'd be different if I'm in his to your customers. But your customers are asking about my nails. I once did I give out my social media? Now, I could have been like, oh, well, y'all can come to me. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to disrespect somebody else's business while I'm in that business. But you can't get mad at me because your customers like my nails than I did. I can't wait till more orders pop up. But you know what? We don't last though. They not. Because it was this nail shop in Missouri City. That lady lasted every bit of a year. And she had to shut down. And then too, I feel like it's hard for us to learn their operation. And we're not gonna teach us how they do stuff. You know how they can have walk-ins and it's a steady flow of walk-ins. With us, I feel like it's like my son. My turnaround rate is so high. Like I only can, the longest I had somebody work with me was a year. That is true. That is true. And we don't know how to work well together. I'm like, y'all don't realize you make more money being a team than trying to do everything individually.
girl.
They don't get it.
Okay.
Mhm. Oh, you know what it is? It's not three women. Honestly, you can, I don't mind doing another thing. Okay. I don't mind doing another one, and then we come over. I'm actually in the process of rebranding my business. I'm so bored.
You know, I think
Mm,
you should do, if you're an artist, why don't you do living, you should do home decor.
I love home decor. I've been doing, so this is another thing. You know, home decor, fashion design, and fashion design.
And home decor,
I love it.
and you can do like super big canvases. You ever been to the
Mm.
Texas art store?
Uh-huh. I didn't even know
And they have
that.
canvases out that big. You know, okay, abstract.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah, I've been needing to do something. I ain't gonna lie, I'm so bored with the nails.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I need something else to do.
You said that. Okay.
I could do something. I actually did some stuff in my house. Uh, I did some different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
right the light yeah, that's it.
It's
That's
the
it.
same one I have. You know, that's very dry.
Yeah.
It's down. That's how it goes.
Oh wow. It ain't worth the nine.
Yeah. I said I want to get one of those square ones I've been seeing.
Oh.
They bright as
Super bright.
hell.
Listen to that new is
They're too bright for
it's
me.
the brand on Amazon is Neewer. Those have like those are the best ones.
The best
Yeah, those, they're like $8. Oh, yeah, they keep breaking them things. Mm. This one, my sister has this one. They were good. Oh yeah, and it's so the rim part is so heavy duty. It's not like that. Well, so they don't tie up. My little things go around, part popping off. All the time. You know, the real plug and everything, and not the USB and the box. Yeah. Real cord and stuff. For $80, it would have better have all that, right?
YouTube. I mean, Bluetooth compatible.
Yeah.
Not
I think
that.
it is. We have the remote. Oh, we got the remote. Yeah, but it, I mean, imagine how many times have we bought the $20 one? $8. Yeah,
I got
like
it every because every month I'm like, we need more content. I go buy another one. That one, that
No,
one.
they don't be lasting long.
No.
I need the one that goes over now. That was on the back. To work with.
Yeah. And then you put your phone like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think that
Yeah, like I'm like, geez, I got to create so much stuff to get people to
And do
see.
nails.
Yeah,
And do nails.
I gotta be a content creator, and I got to do nails. Come on, now I'm trying to. I remember we used to have to just punch the nails, and then that's it.
guess what? I remember when
Just word of mouth,
say, man,
word of mouth,
I ain't been man.
word of mouth about your farm.
We put our best
46 pictures on a flyer. And then pass that joint out.
And there you go.
next
See, I had started doing nails whenever social media had just started coming out. Like you had to, post your pictures online, but it was so easy. It was nothing to get cut. Honestly, Instagram now is making it harder for people that have businesses to promote on it. Because it's so easy to get shadow banned and all types of stuff.
I'm learning all these
Yeah, I'm like, what? Shadow banned?
like for example, that's why I had to stop doing classes because it was like the more and more I posted about stuff, it was like it wasn't gonna give it to nobody.
Yep.
But if I do something like this, wow.
It's gonna go viral. Yes.
But if every time it
It's
never
been
fails, it never fails. So I just say my last workshop, it was like 2 or 3 people was super excited about it. Of course, I didn't. They flew in shit like
Yeah.
that, but it was crazy because I go from just having a whole bunch each year. And it's like, damn, if I do a picture of us hanging out, we dressed up.
Yeah. Whenever
But
you
when I
show
say-
yourself, you show yourself. Don't be talking, just show yourself. They're gonna move.
Like, you remember that one little thing when I said, come on, G, let's do this. That was not even, that wasn't even planned. I just said, come on, G. That motherfucker got about 10K views. And I don't understand. This man only got 40 likes. So I don't understand
The algorithm.
So
It doesn't make sense.
yeah, so that's why
You
you
used
just
to
gotta keep
understand
going.
it. Like now, like even on my social media, I used to get so many views, so many interactions. Baby, I'd be lucky if some posts I get 2 and 3 likes.
Because now when
I'm
you
like,
scroll,
what?
half of it is
Not even
sponsored or suggested followers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't want
Yeah, it's
that.
like the people you follow, you don't even get to see them no more.
Because it's all these suggestions of other stuff you should be looking at.
No, I don't want
Like,
to look
'cause
at that.
even with I talked to about 3 girls about the open house. We even had just be like, what in the hell? That's why I be like trying to do other promoting things.
Yes.
Now do more mail. Let's do a commercial. Because she said we want to do that. We take this. And she called. Commercial $35,000. A billboard. I said, fuck, let's get a billboard. That's $1,000 a month.
What?
So it's like I'm trying to utilize the free shit.
But the free shit ain't even working no more. I'm telling you, and it's just like, what do you want us to do?
Hey, good sponsored ads and all that.
Even they don't even work.
Oh,
They don't even work.
but here's the thing. They want you to do it as much as the cost of, let's say, the commercial. If I was to do $1,000, $3,000, you'd be fine. But I may do, I do $35 a week. That's what I've been doing every week. But it's like when I look at those like social proof podcasts and stuff, and they like you gotta have a budget of $1,000 a month for social media.
And usually
Yeah,
I
we
made
don't
it.
look away.
And then it used to be free. We used to get on there and just make money. Now they want you to dance.
Yeah, because look at me right now trying to get my lips together so we can dance. So we can do
Well, I don't even know how to dance.
we gonna do something this
Well, they want you to dance. I'm not a dancer. I'm not a dancer.
I hate to say it, you have to do some good and right now we're gonna make some they gonna think something's going on. That's true, because I'm like, if y'all do that TikTok shit,
That was a good one. I give it to you.
I'm like, I don't know. All right, I got my idea.
Look, I know.
It's easy. All we're doing is this. That's all.
Music.
Whatever you people with
Mama said, look.
that. Look at that.
You shaking our head. Look, I'm here.
That's how we do it. We just listen to this, and I would say, nail sticks, overflow from nail sticks next year or some shit. I don't know. All I know is when the trend of music is under 10,000, that's what you gotta do. You heard that yet? Like the trend of music. Like if it's like 100,000, your video not gonna go right next to it. But if it's like under 9,000,
Also, we don't have a lot of stuff. It makes sense. Everybody not using it. And they got too many views. Real. This stuff is crazy.
you gotta get it.
Yeah.
And you gotta post every day. I'm sick of that shit.
And then you know that? That's
Several
like
times a day.
several though. I was posting several, and that seemed like that was too much. Yeah.
Then when I started, because I would go to like these things, they like post during the time on your professional dashboard. I've been doing that, and I ain't doing because like I posted like a little San Juan. San Juan should have been way further. So I said I'm just gonna see.
What I noticed, they like to see people. On mail pages, it's something about them seeing people. And then two, like say like y'all do reviews of y'all school. After they graduate, and they do like a review of the school, talking about the school. People like to see stuff like that. They want to hear people talking about stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, we got too much. Yeah, yeah. It's a lady on Instagram to a son. He said, "Oh no, ma'am. We're about to switch it up. We're about to dance. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the song? No, no.
little bit, you know,
Whatever. I don't know.
good,
I just tell you, I never know. I just know. And every time we go further, every time I'm with you,
yeah, when they become authentic, it's
yeah, that is good.
I do.
Mhm.
You can put music on the thing. You know, it's visually doing it. I'll do it.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll get that mixed together.
Just give me a little heads up on your something.
Wait. Okay. Cool. All right, Lizette. So,
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
right with it. So thank you so much for coming. Welcome to Danielle and introduce myself. I am student instructor here. I'm a 30-year nail technician from Nashville, Tennessee. Moved here now. Now it's Grace. So, not really nice of you. So, 15 years to be in a I just feel like Houston would be a great opportunity for me to grow my business and to also be able to just become more financially stable. So we've been now for almost 18 years. This was really different. Really, being able to so I'm so let's talk about the school. So we have this chick right here that is the lead instructor. She teaches ninth grade. She's in and out of here all day. I'm the daytime instructor. And then we have other instructors that you would meet when you start school. Jenny, I met her. I was her nail technician. Ain't that crazy? And Minx, do you remember Minx back in the day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
Okay, so Jenny was actually my client, and I'm like, no, wait, God, I'm gonna teach you how to do nails. I'm like, I'm an only child, so everybody's my new friend, and you're my new friend, and I'm teaching you nails because we're gonna be best friends together. That was literally 15 years ago. My daughter didn't have grade 21. So that was a long time ago. So with me saying that God is university is about relationship, but like the same time business. We just need to love one another and we value. So everyone that you work with over here, I've already said I have a graduate that's actually in for years ago. My daughter is a graduate. So we're extremely important. So think about those type of institutions like I feel like the value I didn't hear about the value Instagram. Talk about Instagram. Down and you know it's like Instagram. Sorry,
We love you.
We love you. So that's good. So I'm really thankful about that. Did you see it on a sponsored commercial? Yeah, sorry, Instagram. We just got through cussing you out. Mm-hmm. You brought somebody in here, so that's good. So thank God for that. So let's talk about the logistics of the school. So it's a 600-hour program. We have full, part-time, and hybrid. So do you have any nail experience already? Perfect. That's good. That's good. That's good. So that means I can talk to you about all of our sessions. So we have full time. Full time, you can be finished in 3.5, 4 months. It's Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 3:30. Thursday, Tuesday through Friday. And you'll get an email about all of this as well. So Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 3:30. Saturday is 8:30 to 3:30. 8:30 to 3:30. Yeah. Okay. We have 2 part-time to 1 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, or you can choose the night class Tuesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then you, of course, add the Saturday, 8:30 to 3:30. Okay, so part-time, you can be finished in about 4.5, 5 months. Okay. Then in February, we're super excited about launching our new hybrid program. So the hybrid program is you will be on campus. Is it 3 or 4 days a week? 3 days a week, 4 hours minimum. And then you will do 11 hours online weekly. We really suggest anybody can do it, of course, but I suggest if you already know how to do nails, that may be a good suggestion for you as well. If you already most the full-time and part-time, you will get, of course, more one-on-one practical assistance, meaning with your acrylic, everything. Your art will definitely chime in with you and team up with you, so you'll get a lot of more one-on-one. What schedule are you thinking about doing?
I think part-time in the morning.
Okay, part-time in the morning. When I created the part-time in the morning, I thought for being for the mother, right? So they could drop their kid off at school and then come here to school and then leave here at 1 o'clock. You can go to Chick-fil-A. You don't have to buy your kids nothing. You just buy your own Chick-fil-A and then go home and feed them Lunchables, okay? So I love the 9 to 1. So I'm the instructor for the 9 to 1, Miss Erica and Miss Grace. Okay, so let's talk about, so at God Nails University, let me give you some incentives before I introduce our host today. So the best thing about God Nails University that I love is that all of our graduates have passed the PSI first time. No one has taken the test over. For me, that's amazing because it took me, I probably took the test 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I'm not there. You said 4?
I only took it once.
Oh, once, good job. Okay, well, never mind. Take it back. Take what I said. But no, it took me a minute to pass the test. Of course, that was 30 years ago and I wasn't focused. I wasn't even thinking. But I love that all of our graduates take the test as soon as they graduate. We assist you with taking the test as well. You can take it on campus, and we literally hold your hand all the way up to it. So I love that all of our graduates have passed 100%, and most of the passing rates are over like 80. So that's super good. Another thing is another incentive about going to my school is that all of your instructors are licensed nail technicians. When I went to nail school, I didn't even have a teacher. We had to self-taught teach each other, read the book. So that's another reason why it probably took me so long to pass the test exam because I didn't have anyone sewing into me about the information that I was getting. Another thing I love about the school, we help with job placement after you graduate. Miss Jenny, she's over that. We have a nail salon that you can funnel to. We also have other salons that we are, I was going to say in cahoots, because that don't sound right. Partnered with. We're not in cahoots. We are partnered with other. No, we're in partnership with other nail salons. Like, for example, Fetish for Nails, she has a nail salon that starts you off with commission. So we like to build relationships with other places as well. That way that you can, it's not like, we want you to go where you feel more comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? I still do nails, so I need a place to work. So I just have enough space for people to come if they want to stay. Okay? So that's really about it. Jenny has over a decade in nail technology. She's a full cosmo. So I do love that most of our nail tech instructors we are like engraved with nails. We love this, this stuff. This stuff, okay? So cool, I'm glad that you came. So let me come up here, Miss Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Yeah, so Jasmine, Miss Fetish for Nails. So I've been knowing this young lady for a minute now, just watching her growth. I can remember seeing you in Nationwide Nail Supply. How you doing? I'm welcome. nail technician who loves other nail technicians by default. So I'm always speaking and wanting to have some type of camaraderie with other nail technicians. So Jasmine, I've watched her grow into like I remember when you was in school, like literally. Now she's a licensed nail technician. Has a nail salon. She's an amazing mentor, and she has a dope niche. So niches is like you
Your specialty.
her specialty, right? So like she's cold with the curved nails, the art. Like her nail salon is colorful. Like her nail salon looks like a 90s theme. It's so cute. 90s, early 2000s. It's so cute on the inside. I love it. You definitely need to do a field trip to the nail salon. Show the girls. Like seriously. Like it's so.
Oh, let's see that.
Oh, it's so cute. Like
and I designed pretty much the whole nail salon.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah, she's a total artist. Like love that about her. So I wanted her. Yeah, let us see.
It's a press-ons. We make press-ons in my nail salon.
Oh, so that's good. You got a little retail going on. I see. You got clothes, retail, because she's special. Her niche is really like 90s.
90s, yeah.
So that's why we had like a 90s theme. I pulled out my team.
Come on now.
From Brooklyn. So yeah, so definitely thank you for pulling up today. I really appreciate you. It means a lot to me. I wanted her to give you a little talk about her experience as a nail technician, a little bit of experience. She did not go to Nails University, but I still wanted her to talk to you a little bit about her experience so you can know the difference in the education facility. Yeah, for sure. So Jasmine, this is Lizette. This is Jasmine.
Hello. How are you? I'm nervous. So I have 12 years of experience. I started nails when I was 20 years old. And what ended up really getting me into doing nails was I could not find a job. Like nobody would hire me. So I looked for a job for like 2 years. And I don't have when I don't know people, I don't really have that personality. And I feel like when you're trying to go for a job interview, people want you to be like, oh, yes, I'm here. You got to sell yourself. And I wasn't really good at selling myself. So I looked for a job for like almost 2 years and nobody hired me. So I was like, okay, I have to find something to do. So I was either torn between going to nursing school or going to nail school. But I ended up choosing nail school because I was always like super artistic. Even in school, I remember in elementary, all the way to high school, like in art classes, they would always take my art to art shows, and they would really do really, really well. But I didn't realize how artistic I was until I actually graduated high school. I didn't realize my artistic abilities because nobody really poured into me growing up. So I didn't realize, oh, that I'm artsy. I can do a lot of different artistic stuff. But I was known for my creative, crazy nails in school. I would go to the nail shops and I'd be like, oh, I want to do this, and this. So I ended up finding when I was like 18, 19, I ended up finding a black-owned nail shop. And they actually really inspired me to get into school because this was back in 2000, probably 11, 12. And I was paying $80 for nails back in 2011 and 12. And that's a lot of money, you know. And at that age, I was like only 19. And I was like, oh, if they're making like $80 for nails, then I really could see myself making this type of money. So going to that nail salon, it actually inspired me to want to go to school to do nails. So I ended up enrolling into school, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me years to graduate nail school because once I learned how to do nails, I feel like as you get grown, you have to pay bills. So it was either you gonna pay bills and go to school full time, or what are you gonna do? So I had to stop, start. I did that for years, kept stopping and starting going to school. And in this process, I was getting more and more popular for doing nails. So
came to a point in my career, probably like in maybe 2019, 20. I actually started my niche of doing 90s and early 2000s nail art because I already dressed 90s and early 2000s. So it inspired me. I was like, I started seeing that a lot of 90s and early 2000s things was coming back. So it inspired me to start doing 90s and early 2000s type nails. So that's what created me to start doing the curved nails. And then I had a client come to me. She was like, I want you to do curved nails on me. I didn't even know what she was talking about. I was like, show me a picture. So once that client had ended up coming to me and showed me that I did something different, I started like really focusing in on where I was doing something different in the nail industry. And that's the thing I can say about doing nails. If you create your own niche, that actually helps you become more, more people want to experience you instead of like doing everything that you see on social media. So I started to create my own niche, and that's really what was able to do celebrity clientele. I did a lot of different celebrities. I did India Love. I did her name on Instagram. Her name is Young Barbecue. She's like a little dancer. So I did press ons for her. I had did who else did I do?
So many.
Amber Rose.
Really?
I did Amber Rose. I did Solange at the beginning of my nail career.
That's good.
Who else did I do? Kalani had wanted me to do her nails, but then the pandemic had hit, so I wasn't able to do her. So a lot of celebrities were wanting me to do their nails once I hound in on my niche. And then I also would have a lot of clients fly in from like New York, Atlanta, just fly in from different areas, all because I was creating my own niche and just, doing my own little thing, and that made a lot of people want to experience me. So I would tell anybody that is becoming, wants to start a nail career, I would always say focus on your own niche, create your own lane, because that allows people to want to attract more to you, and more people want to experience you because it's so hard to find people. If you create your own niche, it's hard for people to mimic what you do if you create your own niche. So I ended up I started, like I said, 2019, I started doing the 90s and early 2000s, and I started getting so booked that I would be booked out like really, really quickly. So I ended up opening a nail shop in 2003. Yes, 2023. Ended up opening my nail salon because I was getting so busy. So my whole goal for opening a nail salon was I know the struggle of when you're trying to start nails and how hard it is to find nail salons that want to work with you and help you. So I had just wanted to help other people getting into the nail industry, help them build themselves, and everyone who comes and work in my salon, I train everybody in my salon. So that we all can be on the same page. So I've been having a nail salon now for 3 years, and I could say being a nail artist, it was really the best thing that I could ever do. I couldn't really see myself doing anything else because if you're artistic, it's such a creative outlet. Like I can even go to work sometimes if I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I can just go and create art, and I just feel so much better. So if you know that you are artistic, this is the best thing that you ever could get into. And then it's what I love about being a nail artist is always expanding. You can never really get bored with this because it's always something new to learn. So if you do love that it's changing and growing, then being a nail artist most definitely will be a major thing for you. And I wouldn't change it for anything. It is hard work, it's dedication, but it's really worth it in the end if it's truly your true passion. Yes.
I have a question. And if you have any questions, Lizette, definitely ask us, okay?
especially with you being here. Oh, and let me give you these too. We have some instant cash lottery. Now I gave you some extras, so maybe you'll have to do a lottery. Okay, so boom. I like when you talked about being a nail technician. When you go into the salon and you're not feeling well and you just don't even want to be there, how the art, it just makes you feel good. It's like therapeutic and stuff like that. So, what is actually like your favorite art to do?
I really can't really say that I have a favorite art because I'm so artistic.
Yeah.
I like to just create. I'm just a very imaginative person. So for me, it just depends. Like I can get inspiration from clothing. I can get inspiration from seeing prints or just anything. It's just easy for me to get inspired. It's easy for me. And honestly, my biggest inspiration, I like to go on Pinterest and find different things that I can look at. Like since I'm very visionary, I like to look at things and then I like to create off of things that I see. So sometimes, like I might have a client like, oh, I'm going to whatever. They might be going to Paris. So okay, since you're going to Paris, then I'm going to go and find things that's Paris inspired. And I'll ask some questions like, well, what colors will you maybe wearing, when you go? And I might just be like, okay, I'm going to be Paris inspired and you're going to be wearing this type of colors. And then I'll create a vision off of that. So, it was even points in my nail career where I was taking 90s and early 2000s celebrities and I will get inspiration from their clothes and I'll create a set off of the clothes that I see. So it's so easy for me to get inspired from different things.
That's good. That sounds good. That's the whole part of being a nail technician.
Yeah, just be as creative as you want to be. Like, and I would just tell anyone, like, don't be afraid to express yourself. Like, the more expressive you are, I feel like now in this day and age, you can express yourself however you choose to. Like, even when I first started doing the curved nails, I had got so much backlash because it's so different, but I continue doing it. And I was just like, I don't care, I don't care how other people feel about my art because this is my art and this is how I like to express myself. So I would tell anybody, express yourself how you see fit, and it's going to be customers that's going to love you, and there's going to be some customers that be like, oh, no, I don't think so, and that's okay because we're not for everyone. We're not for everyone. You have any questions for me?
No, it's everything. My English is bad when I speak, but that's okay.
All right. Okay.
It sounds good to me. It sounds good to me.
Do you speak Spanish?
No. But we do have an instructor that comes in on Saturdays that does speak Spanish. But we've had numerous of students like Lizette. I'm talking about the first Lizette. Giselle too. Giselle. That's what I meant. Giselle. Like if you can understand us, eventually you'll probably get better on speaking English. Now it might be a little broken. It might be a little hood, but it might be a little hood.
Yeah, but now we know all the the girls
Now that
they exchange though. So the other girls in class teach the Spanish girls words, and the Spanish girls teach us Spanish. So that they switch. They do it all the time.
yeah, so you have no worries. You would definitely still get value from the school, regardless. I promise you that. Okay, cool. So now let's go. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I got a little tongue twisted. So my girl Fetish is going to do a demo for you today of her curved nails. That way you can see what she does and what her specialty is. I remember one time we had the same client. You remember her? What was that lady name with them long? You did her nails and I did her toes.
Her name starts with an E.
I went viral for her toes because she had the longest toes. She has the longest toenails in the world. And she used to do nails. And I met her when I first moved to Texas.
And such a sweetheart.
Yeah, so baby, I did her toenails about as long. I'm not even
very long toenails and nails. Her nails was long as this table.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
You sexy to him.
Yeah, but
You sexy.
yeah, extremely.
Come out here, please. Sexy out here.
I promise I'm not hating. It's just it's getting kind of random in here.
Listen to Teresa. Okay, I was wondering. But yeah, so I do love that about I brought that up because of the camaraderie of nail technicians. It may be a time where we are bouncing off the same client. It has nothing to do with I don't like no. It's about okay, fetish. She coming over there. I'm letting you know. It just worked together. So I thought that was something to talk about. And one more thing. Being a nail technician, and I know that you love this because you said you was looking for jobs at first. Being a nail technician, you can literally be yourself. You literally can have a red fro. You literally can be fly every day. That's what I love about being a nail technician because it has no limitations to the art. You're a walking piece of art yourself. All right, so we want to go to the lab area.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know how they got on.
You can have a seat in front of her, baby.
All right. So what I love about Jazz is that she suggested, why don't I do a demo for the open enrollment students? I thought that was dope. So we're about to see her infamous curve nail.
I'm just gonna do like a long length because that's usually what most of my clients either long, extra long, XXL. That's usually what most of my clients they like me to do. There's some of this purple blue nail. Hopefully it stayed on really good. Oh yeah, the little bit. Thank you. And they stayed on really good. I've been having them on for like 3 days.
Will you tell all the materials here?
Oh, I actually am.
When you enroll as a student, you'll receive a kit, and you'll have a good start of items to do to start your nails.
What I need to have in order to study here?
So when you come, you'll receive 2 books, your foundations book, a nails book, and then you'll also have your nail kit. So you'll have acrylic, monomer, tips, glue, files, brush. I always suggest people buy their own e-files and UV LED lamp.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
So all of that comes in your tuition. So you won't have to worry about purchasing anything extra. So your state board kit is included in your tuition as well. For the 2025 tuition, all kits, the Prey kit, because we are in a Prey Gel X certified school, so you will get an Prey certification when you graduate. That kit is included. Your practice kit that you're going to be using daily is included, and also your state board kit is included in your tuition. Just everything is a flat rate.
So the first thing that you want to do is you take this is like a curved tip. You can get it from you can get it at the any local nail supply store. So a lot of people that think that you're supposed to just put the tip on just like this, you actually want to curve the tip down. really what's gonna create that curve that that everybody loves. And everybody, it's different ways that I actually do this. Some people like more natural curves. Some people like a deeper curve. So it just depends on the client on which technique that they prefer me to do. So of course, like I said, you curve it down.
Your clients ask just for the curved nails, or they ask for another thing?
Most of my clients, majority of my clientele is curved nails.
Oh, because you're
Yes. At first, I was doing mix like with curved and straight, and then more people just would come to me for curved nails.
oh,
Because that's her niche.
Yeah. So most people don't even come to me to get straight nails.
Yeah, I always tell people, like she said, do what makes you happy, and you will find your tribe. Your people will find you.
They really will.
I'm not sure what is my niche because I love everything.
See, and that was me at first. Like I was doing everything. I was just, everything, and I was like, man, I just want to find a niche. I want to find something that really just make me stand apart from everybody. And it really was just doing the curved nails. And what I learned was, okay, I can do the curved nails, but I still can create all my crazy art on top of that canvas. Mm-hmm. So I'm still able to I do from 90s style art to stuff that's like really trending now to stuff that I just make different stuff up, So you really can create your niche and then still create everything around that as well.
Mm-hmm. And eventually, Lizette, you'll find your niche.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to do everything that you love when it comes to nails. Like my niche, I done everything. But honestly, my niche is like natural, crispy shape. My niche has nothing to do with art to me. So you'll find it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find your niche eventually after everything that you do. So don't trip. If you have to do everything at first, you're getting your money. Get to the bag, and then you'll figure it out.
It took me years because I was, by the time when I found my niche, I was already like 8 years into doing nails. So I didn't just come into the industry like, oh, this is gonna be my niche. I didn't do that. It took me a long time to really discover what my niche was. And some people never find a niche. They just like the artistic, just to be able to create. So even if you never find a niche, the niche is that you get to create different art that you want to do.
That's good.
So what I'll do is, of course, I would normally use my nail drill, and then I'll just buff this part out. Because sometimes it'll be kind of like raised up, which is okay, because I'll just take my drill and just smooth everything out. And it depends. Some clients they like a tapered square, and sometimes they like it wider. So I'm just going to show you the tapered square technique that I do. And I actually like to start in the middle because that's where I create the hump. Because that's the most important thing of it all is the hump. So I place it down and I spread it out.
Even I'm in class today.
Oh, yeah. You better stay learning all the time.
All the time.
That's what I like.
Mm-hmm. And then I like to, when I'm doing this, what I like to do is, like, I tell people all the time, you don't want to do a lot of padding whenever you're doing curved nails because the more you pat it flat, the more you're not going to have a hump. So I keep it kind of thick and I just kind of spread it out. And then I just wipe it lightly. I got a lot of dust in this. Let me get another piece of paper.
Shoot, we can't see it. Look at me.
I'm over here like, I see it. keep it. And you see, I'm just really spreading it out, and then I'm wiping it, and I'll wipe up. And I tell people all the time, I don't really have a ball method. Some people do. Some people like, oh, I got 2-ball method. I don't have a ball method, but whatever works for you, works for you. So then I just keep going down, and I'm just patting out just a little bit, and I'm wiping it. And I always wipe the sides because I want to make sure that I keep it as neat as possible, because I really don't like to have to drill a lot. And I always tell anybody that I'm teaching, if you get your foundation perfect, that's less work that you have to do with your file. And then honestly, that makes your time go by faster. And this really what took me forever is to really learn how to lay foundation. It took me years to really build a perfect foundation. And as you see, I'm just building the hump.
I love the color.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Your brown?
That's my brand.
And it goes like butter.
Thank you. It's called Darling Pink.
Use it.
I do. You'll have it. And look, you'll get it. It'll be in your kit.
Okay. Do I need to have the GED in order to help it?
Well, here's the thing. Here's a fun fact. I had to get my GED too. So I'm very partial to individuals who need their GED. So you don't have to have one to begin the session, but you will have to have one to take the test. But I have GED facilities that I'm working along with for you.
I really love
Yes.
that ladies.
Yeah,
Looking for a place to get the
Yeah. So you'll be able to do the GED and the your license at the same time.
And then as I get down to the tip, I don't make my tip that thick, because I don't really like my curved nails to look like big, like humpy. I don't really like it to look like that. So my whole goal is to make it kind of look a little natural, like back in the day, like how a lot of women, they wore their natural nails, and it had like a natural little curve to it. So I make sure that it doesn't look like it doesn't look super thick. Only where it's gonna mostly look thick is in the apex area, because you don't want to have that part thin, because it will break.
Just thick booty, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Just thick booty.
That's it. And then of course I just go back in.
Man, I know somebody who loves nails like me.
Okay.
She loves them.
And then I'm gonna go back in this area. So you see, we already created the hump. And now as I go back in, since I already created my hump, when I go back into this area, I actually make it a little thinner, so it can look like an arch.
Yeah.
So when it gets to the cuticle area, it's there.
Come on.
And as I get to the cuticle, I actually like to take my mask off, and I like to push it into the cuticle area, because I want the cuticles to be super sealed and thin.
Right.
No lifting here.
Yes. That's why my majority of my clients, I see them once a month, and that's for a refill.
Good retention.
Yes.
What size brush do you use?
I usually use like a 14 and a 16.
Okay.
I love the 14.
Yes. And see, what I like to do is once I finish it, I like to go in and I like to look at it. And I see imperfections, so I'll go back in and I'll fill in all imperfections that's on the nail. And I tell all the people that I teach how to do the curving style nails, I always look from the side of the nails to see how the curve is curving on the sides. Because when you look at it from this way, you really can't tell. So when I go from this angle, that's whenever I really can tell, like, oh, is it perfect? Is it imperfect? And then I go back in and I fill in where I feel like it's not perfect to be at. And this is how it looks before I drill it. And then I'm going to show you how it looks once it's drilled.
That looks so good. Do you need to follow it along? Like it looks so good. All you need to do is just a little ching, 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 ching. And it's
I try to make it as perfect as possible.
yes, that's so good.
Try to make it as perfect.
What do you say is your like appointment time with before art?
For me to do like a curve set, if it's like a medium length, it takes me like an hour and 15.
Is that medium?
No, this would be extra long.
Extra long. Okay. Oh, okay.
And this would take me probably like an hour and 35 to 45 minutes.
That's including the manicure?
This is just to lay the foundation down. Now, if I wanted to do art, I would say it'd take me like 2.5 hours, depending on what type of art. Now, if it's more intricate, sometimes it takes me up to 6 hours to do nails on one client. Because I have clients that have like super long nails. So the foundation itself probably can take me 2 hours. And then depending on what type of art we do. Some people like more simple art. Some people like intricate art. It can take me up to 6 hours just to do one set. Because I do a lot of intricate. Most people want intricate stuff. So I'm doing a lot of drawing. I draw a lot. I actually like create different type of stuff on the nails, unusual stuff. So it takes me a long time sometimes to do sets. That's why I like to pre-plan a lot of sets. If I pre-plan, then it doesn't take me as long to create something. So I love when my clients tell me, oh, well, this is what I'm going to be doing. And then I can already have ideas in my head of what I'm going to create for them whenever they come.
Most expensive set of nails you've ever done?
I think I did a set that was $550.
Oh my goodness.
And it was like super, super long. Yes. Those ladies and nails, it took me like 2 days to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
She pay you?
She did.
She will pay you and she will be excited.
Yes, she did. Most of my clients were really, really long nails. Some of their sets like 200, 250. Just, because it takes me hours. So usually when I have clients like that, I only do like one client a day or 2 clients a day. And I honestly prefer to do sets that take me a long time to do. I don't like stuff that's like super fast. So stuff that's like intricate, I prefer to do more intricate art over than just like, okay, you just want a little manicure or you just want me to do your little French tip. I don't get excited.
I want all the smoke.
Yes, it's just so much fun to be able to just create just create art.
That's good that you said that because we have a young lady on the live and she was like, I just stopped because it just seemed like it just took me so long and the
in an hour. That's not realistic. Unless it's gonna be simple art, like some little lines, and we'll send you on your way. Okay, this is dry now.
Right. And sometimes, I always say practice makes permanent, and it does. The more and more that we practice doing nails and you practice doing nails, you're gonna get your time is gonna shorten up.
Yes.
You're gonna figure out little hacks for your individual self to go faster. Like you just gotta keep doing the nails.
And
the moment that you stop, to me, is the moment that you
That's
get
it.
over with.
And honestly, it's amazing. Like what the best thing I ever done when I first started doing nails was working at nail salons. I feel like a lot of people, where they mess up at is whenever they get out of school and then they go get a suite by themselves.
Right.
Like I feel like you should really get the experience first and like work in different salons, because you're gonna learn so much working with other people. Even me having a nail shop, like I still get to learn from people working with me. Like it's always something new to learn in this industry, and I feel like the worst thing people do, a lot of people, when they get in the industry, they go work by themselves.
Because you don't have anybody to bounce off of.
Yeah, it's nothing. You can't really learn. You can still learn, but it's easier to learn when you're in the setting with other people that that are doing nails. So you're gonna learn faster working inside nail salons with other people. Okay, now I'm going to drill. So I like to go back in and I like to smooth everything out. And my whole focus is I like to smooth my tips. And I don't like I said, I don't really like it super thin at the tips.
What number do you set for that?
Which one?
The RPM?
Oh, I'm not sure. It doesn't have a speed on here.
Oh,
It
you
is.
listen?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. And it's just like a back and forth motion. And since pretty much I already laid the foundation perfect, it's not much that I'm going to have to do when I go back in. And like I said, this is what I teach everybody that works with me or anybody that takes my curve technique classes. The better, the more you lay your foundation, the more perfect it is, the better. Yeah. And then you don't have to do so much work on yourself. And I like to go in and I hit the sides. I hit the sides because I want the sides to be as smooth and curvy as possible. And I want it to look perfect underneath. So I go in and I hit my sides. And I even sometimes I use this or I use a sanding band. It doesn't matter. Either one works fine. Just smooth it out. And then I go around my cuticles and I make sure my cuticle area is super thin around the cuticle area. Because we don't want these to pop up. One thing about curved nails, they're thicker, so you don't want to have that. I see a lot of people mess up when they do curved nails. They think that this part needs to be thick and fat. Actually, that's the worst thing you can do because it's going to make it lift faster and pop up. And I always like to look at it to make sure it's smooth. Like I said, you always want to look at it from this angle. You look at it from this angle so you can see how curvy it is. And then tips. And I'm left-handed, so I naturally create like this little C at the bottom. And a lot of my girls that I work with, they're always usually right-handed, so it's harder for them to get that little moon that I create at the bottom. So I'll just tell them, usually what I tell people, since you are right-handed, you're not going to probably foul like me, but I'll teach my girls how to foul like me. So that you'll usually just get, to the end of the table, and then you'll go like a up and down motion. Not straight up and down, but like an angle like this to create that little C at the bottom. And even if the C isn't perfect, you go back in. Some of my clients, I usually ask them, would you like the little moon C at the bottom of your nails? Some people are like, no, I just want you to kind of make it as straight as possible. So we'll still file like this, and then that'll be the end of it. But say a client like, yeah, I do want you to put the little moon. They want a little more C at the bottom. We'll go back in with the sanding band. And once again, usually when you foul, this gets a little thicker. And I'll tell you, like, I don't like it to look like that, really fat at the bottom. So I'm going to go in first. I'm going to squeeze it out, make it a little thin. And then I'm going to take my bit and I'm just going to up it slightly. And I hit the flag. So crispy. Yes, that's what I love it to make sure it's super crisp. And this is the final. Of course, we will buff it at the top. Yes. Come on. You still? And that's this is a more natural curve. Now, some people, they want you to make it thicker. So I would, when the client just want it thicker, I just thicken the apex up to give them more of an illusion that it's more thicker. But most people just want more of a natural looking curve. So this is how you would create it, and this would be the taper square. Nice. Thank you very much. Love it. That's great. Y'all.
I know, right? I'm excited.
Nail techs get excited about stuff like that. Look at the seeker. Look at the bottom. Like, can you come Tuesdays to Thursdays class? Super nice.
Because it looks so good.
That looks good. I know y'all see it. I know you see it. She said, thank you. This is a real inspiration for me because this year is going to be different for me and better. I have too much knowledge to be sitting on.
Amen.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I've been trying to tell you. She said, can we come to Florida? Now, here's the thing. It's funny because my next part of my dream was to open up a school in Florida so I can retire in Miami. Yeah. I don't know when it's going to happen. My dreams come true. It shall come true. It is going to come true. Oh. Sorry. It still was cute. My phone went dead. You have any questions? I'll stay alive, though. Well, because it's behind.
What kind of buffer do you use?
I just use a regular sandwich, just a regular orange one, just to buff the top. And usually I never buff the bottom. Never buff the bottom, always only the top to make it more smooth. And other than that, that's it. Wow. And that's why everybody comes to me for these.
Right. So, like for those
hours. It just depends on what they're creating. I think the longest press on set that probably took me was probably like 2-3 hours. So the press on set is faster because you really just create art on top of it. Because usually how we do it, we just put gel polish and then we just start creating designs on top of it.
You don't put acrylic or anything on it?
Unless somebody say like somebody do a custom order and they're like, oh, I want to add acrylic. Because they still the nails are still pretty big, so it's hard for them to break. So you really don't need acrylic unless somebody's like super rough. And then you can reuse them. That's what I love about press-ons. You can just keep using them. I think I had a press-on set. I probably used it for like 2-3 months. I just kept taking it on and off. Yeah. And it's a really good business as well. Like,
I'm trying to learn a little bit more about the person because I love nail art. I love to do it.
And it's very lucrative. Like, it's a very lucrative business. So I started doing press-ons. First, I wasn't really doing the press-ons, but then, like I said, a lot of people couldn't come to me to get their nails done, so I started doing curved press-on nails. So I started doing those, and that went really, really well. And then a lot of what I'm doing now is going to different markets. So you can like sell your press-ons at markets, and that's just another way that you can get your business out there as well. Yeah, so there's so many different ways that you can just, showcase your art. So many different ways. I would most definitely say get into press-ons.
Yeah, I like it. Like, for example, I said like that, like in how much is...
It depends. So we have sets cheap as $15, and that's with pretty much nothing, maybe like French tip. And then we have sets going up all the way to like $85, and sometimes I have sold sets up to $150 because it's been more intricate art. As your art get intricate, you can spend more, you can charge more for your art when it's more intricate.
I like the portrait,
the
cartoons.
Oh yeah, and that'll really sell. That means that you really can draw, and you really can make a lot of more money off of those portraits.
I don't have idea how much that you...
Yeah, so I would just, me personally, if you do have a social media, if you already do have an Instagram, you can start off. I always tell people, start off at your highest price. Whatever you feel like your highest price is, start at your highest, and then see how that goes. If you know you're doing more intricate art,
I have no idea how much it is.
you can look at other nail artists too.
The normal nails, my son and my daughter give me from Christmas, material, and they make me use them.
Models.
Yeah. I never even before to come. Myself was this one, but they make me do it. Yeah.
And that's good because guess what? I'm not that good at cat eye. For it to be so simple.
Yes.
Like,
It is kind of hard.
I want to see
kind
it.
of hard.
Like, it ain't as easy as it looks.
No, it's really not.
That's my thing. Like, for example, this one was...
You do that? Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, you draw faces.
Never mind.
Oh, you make good money off of stuff like that. Some people charge $50 per nail for character art.
Yeah, for a fact. Yes,
Because
girl.
it takes so long.
Character art is
pay for that.
a lot of people, girl.
Yes.
It's a girl online who sells you. What's her name?
Nails by Deb.
Is that girl? And she does the Disney character.
Yes, Nails by Deb. She can draw her
And
ass
she
off.
sells them, I know, for like $1,000 because of the time it took her to do the stuff.
You can make good money off character art.
Regular ones, that's for my friend.
Oh, that's nice. Yes.
The problem is, I think here in Houston, they don't use certain techniques, and I love to improve in that technique. I don't know if I can do it here.
Well, actually, you could do it. That actually will help you stand apart from if you have a technique.
If you're doing this, nobody
something that nobody else is doing, that's where you're gonna make your money. Just like I stated to you, nobody was doing curve nails. That's what really made more people come to me. So if you are doing something that nobody else is doing, you need to be advertising that, because that's gonna help you get more clientele, because it's not a lot of people doing that. The more people doing something, the harder it's going to be for you to build clientele off of it, because it's everywhere. It's oversaturated. But when you're doing something that nobody else is doing, you're going to make way more money off of it because they can't find it.
You can make me feel like more confident about that.
Yeah.
I have like I think 4 years.
So you've been doing it for about 4 years.
Yes, but
That's good.
Yeah.
my daughter and me started to make acrylics, and she has like eight or nine. So she loves to do it, and I was looking for a place in order to maybe in the future she can.
Yeah, how old is your daughter?
Now she has 12.
Okay. And she started off young.
We
So
have
that's
teen
good.
classes. Definitely link up to some teen classes in the summertime.
Because I always wanted to do also with youth, because I feel like now younger people are learning out what they want to do at an early age. So it's more people to instill things into them. So by the time they're 18, they already know what they want to do, and they don't have to be trying to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
So how much is it for the course?
Okay, so if you sign up before New Year's Eve, you will get the old tuition. So that tuition is $6,700.